supporting private sector in impact investment. A lot of history is there. I can also share within the group also for a better learning about how things have really progressed. And so if I want to say any one example, it will take the whole day also. It's not 1 hour, many examples, beautiful examples about this country. And again, like as Brandon was telling, when we talk about pure private sector, how many private sectors are in the spectrum? Not many. Okay, so the most of the impact investment has been happening with the support of the donor community and the venture capital like the AVPN. I mentioned to Dr. Azira one time, right? So AVPN is involved. So in this Asian region, so through them it has come inside. Naming a few banking sectors on green climate investment, and then also naming a few private sector. They are really big conglomerate, but those SMEs, when we call not that much big, they are not in the spectrum. So that is where I told that we are not fully matured. But there are a lot of examples which I can really, if I start talking, it will be more. It'll be many, and it'll take the whole lot of series. So, but I want to add one thing, which I think since Shine Go Global is very much into this impact investment area, one thing I'm hearing from the global community is that, and what Jennifer rightly mentioned, ESG is the. So when we talk about impact investment, it's social and then environment, right? And ESG is getting more and more traction, but unfortunately the ESG investors these days, they have frustration, and there is a pull off from this investment also, because somehow what Dr. Aziz also mentioned, the scale, when they started measuring the scale, they had the short wins, but the long wins are not happening. So there is already a backward movement happening in the global spectrum. So I think as an impact investment community, we need to really think ourselves and also work with others to find out what is actually lagging behind, why things are not happening. Is it that the investors who really, so the implementers, they were short focused, they were not thinking about the long term impacts, and they were trying to attract people for investment and make the money out of it. When even we talk about impact investment, everyone, most of the time what happens is that the development sector, or the profit or the job being done, salary comes into picture. So how much we are so conscious about making these things into factor? Are we really serious about it? And if we are, so what is that didn't work, and why it didn't work? We're talking about purpose today. That is the why of everything, right? Which the private sector never thought about it. So when we talk about why, deeper into the why, we need to understand what is that scale that we didn't consider. It may be something related to the process. Even if really now thought about something doing a long-term impact, maybe in the process we did something wrong. So the indicators which Dr. Aziza was mentioning, maybe we have to look into the process level indicators where we really are failing. So before this shift, which I'm reading in LinkedIn, is happening at a vast level, we as an impact investment community also have a responsibility to the society and to ourselves, how we can look into the spectrum and do something together, alone, you know so that's the message I want to leave for the session today. Thank you.
I know this is good. It's a very big conversation that we are having. Thanks so much for that input and from that angle, because sometimes the way that impact, actually, both of you have said it aptly. It is construed at one specific group at one specific group, the one with the money, like the big guys with the energy sector and all these big environmental movements. It's always packed towards that, and of course, the technology is now being a big name around this sector. And unfortunately, the way that impact investing have always been defined, it's also among the corporates, because under the ESG brand, right? The ESG, I call it the brand because that's how people are using it to create awareness and everything. But this is real. The ESG sector, the ESG dynamic is real and it's here to stay. It's the same thing as the United Nations SDG goals, the Sustainable Development Goals. We all know that there is a gap, and that's what the gap, right, Baji, you're talking about, is missing. And that's what we call the inner development goal gap. So that is the inner development goals that is being identified. If we go to inner development goal organization, you get to see why the things are not going the way it should. Why are not people really getting it? That those who started off all these movements started off with a real calculated dynamics around it, right? To make an impact that will really create what we call precessional and ripple effects. Huh? But at this moment, it's somehow stuck or defined and condoned. So those who are not into this space will not talk about impact investing. They'll just talk about investing, and that's why Jackie once again pointed out that it's about the impact that you can do overall. He gave a big context of what impact can really be, and both of you actually defined what it is right now spoken about, which is very important. Anna, anything you want to add on from Vietnam side? I know there's a lot of conversation going around on this.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Aziza. So I would like to share some point on this. When we say impactful investment, meaning we invest something to create some impact to the people, to the company, or to the community or society. So the investment here, first of all, can be financial, will be the fund, but also can be the resources that you can contribute to that particular company or that particular community. So come back that the impactful investment to me is that we can invest by giving either the financial, the fund, or what other resources that to make that company that we want to invest in or that community that we want to invest in, so that through our action together with the people around us, together with that particular project, that particular company or community, we can create a bigger impact to the final result. So let's say if one company maybe they can do only minimal investment, but when more people coming in with different resources, with different fund, with different other leverage uh, resources that we coming in, we can create even bigger impact. So in here, when the investment coming in, right? Normally in math, we know that 1 + 1 = 2. But with the resources, with all of the investment that we are putting in, we spend effort in there, the effect, the impact will be greater. So when we talk about the impactful investment, uh, instead of focus, okay, who invest, how much they are putting in the money, I think we should change the way of thinking a bit. Okay, what resources I can get from them? If I'm weak in this portion, will that person coming in help me to how to say, help me to power up for me or help me to run that part or not? Let's say this I'm weak at managing people. Is there anyone coming in to help me to manage the people? Okay, if this person weak at come up a very concrete plan, I have the very good idea, I have financial, but to execute it, whether that person can coming in to help me or not, right? So when we talk about investment, we don't just limit ourselves at money only. It's just how to make the whole thing come together, run it, execute it, and then become impactful to the society. That is my thought. Thank you.
Well, I think this conversation kind of wraps up there on impact investing, because what Anna you just added is exactly how Shine Go Global's community work. We are talking about impact investing because We are talking about investing in every way possible for SMEs to grow. And it involves money, it involves education, it involves structures, it involves connections, and all of that that you need to grow your business in. And that's why we are very focused on SMEs coming together, because at the end of the day, the SMEs are the ones that lags all the clarity in going global and the clarity in putting together their own structure and systems. And I'm not saying everyone, I'm not saying all the time in every way, okay? It's some parts of it. As you are listening to this, it could be you, it could be your connections, your SME friends who are lagging in the clarity in their globalization, or the way they connect. They need resources, or the way they want more funds. All of these three things, as we see in the last 20 years of our experience, one or many of it would be lagging. And that's where Shine Go Global come in to fill in the gap. And we are not just focused on providing you all this, we are also very, very interested on the outcome of it. And that's where the impact part of it has to be something very, very meaningful. It has to be an impact from your business that can add value to humanity, that can really take the work that you are doing to the next level. For example, some of these projects in the food industry, if they are focused a lot in food, is so everyday work, right? So how do you make that impactful? So you want to be sure that you are no longer providing food that's detrimental to health. The health is health is now being the top of conversation. So if your food is detrimental to health, when you come to us, we'll make sure you become useful to the community, even, and make more money, because that's the direction you need to be positioned in growing. If you are not going to do that, you will automatically be eliminated from the system, from the business. So this is the consciousness we bring in to your business. And I can give you a lot of examples of how some of the hotel groups in India, when they came to us, they were just all about the door to door, like every day just filling up the rooms, to going into exploring education sector, where internships were explored, and academic conversations were held, with like creating their own hospitality academy that will get more students on board to be educated in the ecosystem. Following that, that they can use I use the word use, but it is really taking the children into internship, where they can also be trained for future hospitality industry. So these are things not explored by some of the players in the market when it comes to SME development. So this is new model, yet at the same time new impact. So this is the kind of direction you want to take for your impact investing community. I know we have a 25 minutes explanation for impact investing. And then for those of you who are re-looking at the word impact investing, you have to come to Shine Go Global and hang out with us small, because every word you see with us, be it accelerator, be it impact, be it business model, be it conscious capitalism, be it travel, tourism, hospitality industry, and it is not what you see. It is more than what you see. It's more than what you know in the market. It's about redefining and expanding your reality to include other ways and other perspectives that is already evolving in the world. So I would love to stop right here, and then I know this is usually a half an hour segment. One important part, Fartibaji, you mentioned, I think we should highlight it, because that is the core to impact investing in our community. You asked about that one question.
Sorry, I didn't get
You
you.
said you said we should talk about something in this
Yeah,
segment.
no. Okay. On the collaboration.
Yes, exactly. You want to expand on that related to what we are discussing now?
Okay. So when we talk about impact investment, and there comes the first level of collaboration. When I say first level of collaboration, um, we have been talking about the private public collaboration for a long time, right? So here, private and public, it's a totally different wing, and we have other sectors also, like the CSO, they call, or the NGOs, right? So there's a three. I put in a three sector, in the three sectors, different sectors. So when we talk about collaboration, it's always across the value chain in a business industry. but it's more vertical. It's not horizontal also. So right now, what when we talk about impact investment, this has really taken a good shape. So all the collaboration that has done with the suppliers, vendors, and everything, that's one part of it. But when we talk about impact investment, it is not just the whole horizontal line, sorry, the whole vertical line of it. We are talking about the horizontal and the vertical. So it's like a full circle.
Mm.
So in this discussion about impact investment, collaboration is the key. So it's not about competition anymore. So it's collaboration across all
Sectors.
the I would say in different angles, not all, in different angles, and also with the perceived competitors. Yesterday I was listening to, I hear this Simon Sinek, he's the Optimist company lead, and talks about a lot of collaborations and positivity. So he was talking about how the competition no more is like about across, it's rather within. So when we talk about competition, about every single player in the whole circle, when I define a circle, then it's more about collaboration and not about competitor, even with your competitor traditionally meant to be. So that's what I want to highlight when we talk about impact investment and in the area of collaboration sector. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And the word collaboration is key. What you're seeing on the screen right now is a collaboration among one, two, three, four, five, six of us who haven't rehearsed this ever. And it becomes spontaneously possible when we are aligned to a mission. So we always ask SMEs how are they aligned to their mission so that people can show up regardless of where we are, what language we speak, what tradition we come from, what culture we belong to, which nation we stand for. But we have one mission, that is adding value to humanity through business. And so that level of collaboration is only possible when we have a clear alignment with ourselves and the dynamics we hold to. So as we will, I think, get into make this the next conversation in our next segment, where collaboration can be the part of it, because it's no longer about human to human collaboration, but it's also between sector to sector. In the Asia Business Show, when all of you show up, and all of you watching the show need to look at the asiabusinessshow.com. We will put the link into the chat. Maybe yeah, later on we'll do it. I'm actually preparing that. You will actually get to see 2 days of back-to-back activities. You will see the demonstration of collaboration, because we are calling it the collaboration zone. Even though Asia Business Show gave us a master class space, and we are sponsors for that master class Going Global Zone, at the same time, we are not about just sitting down and talking. We are going to be demonstrating collaboration, and it's going to showcase industry leaders and non-profits and for-profits, corporates and SMEs all coming together, and how impact investing is demonstrated. Of course, the Wall Street people coming together, and then demonstrating conscious capitalism as a holistic space. So anything else you want to all of you to add on to complete this final thoughts around this today's conversation?
Yeah,
Everyone, come up.
I would like to add on to it. Impact investment is generally being spoken by government and philanthropists, okay? And here Shine Go Global is talking about impact investment. Let's not forget that impact investment, even there are not much companies who are still there from the private segment who are still talking on the environmental side. But when you look at it from the financial returns, being coming from that background also, when you look at the financial returns, this is definitely very relatively new in the market, okay? But at the same time, this is on a long-term financial returns that all these companies would be getting. So that's the reason when everyone is entering into the environmental segment as well as the social segment. If you look at the social side, it's more onto the education, women, health related. So all of these things also come. So at the same time, when a company talks about investing into these segments, yes, not today, but looking forward, they will definitely get the returns also in the same way. So impact is definitely gonna happen even in society. I mean, in the social segment as well as the environmental segment through the private sectors, and that's where when Fatima ji is talking about the collaboration, yes, definitely that is going to happen in coming near ends, where the collaboration is going to happen to get more impact in the community. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I would like to add. Now we are in AI, so everyone, everywhere we talk, where we go, people are so. I would say obsessed with AI, and they say that if you are not walking all along the line, from our most of us, we belong to the era where we started the email, right? We have not seen email before, so we started our graduation and everything with that type of technology. But right now AI is growing at a very high speed and unimaginably, right? So technology has always come with, or I would say technology and innovations have always come up with challenges. Everything has a bad and a good aspect of it. So what we see is that any conversation I go into on AI, people are excited, and there is also a scary part about it. The way it is growing, people are also concerned about it. So I think impact investment, value, and how we respect each other, how we respect the community and the society. I think this time is very crucial to talk about these lines, because otherwise this AI flow that has come, the wave that will erase everything, and we don't want that to happen. So I think now we are in a very crucial time, and we need to talk more about impact investment so we can connect. And I just want to add also, AI also has another aspect where the young generation, they are more into the houses and not in the community. So we really need to have these dialogues more and more. I just want to take one more minute. Like the other day, I just joined a book launch on Go Good, doing more good. Okay, so there, I used to think it's always this area, the south. They are more concerned about how children are being home centric, not going out with friends. So the speakers from there, they are from different parts of the world, even from the west and the north, and they are talking about how it is really concerning about how the young generation need to be handled. So I think in all these spaces, the what we are talking about, whether we talk about impact investment, collaboration, society, community, it's all together, right? So we need to have it's more than ever required. It's very crucial time that we have this thing and going on, and I'm very happy to be part of the discussions in Shine Go Global, so that we can carry on with the work going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah,
back
so
to final thoughts. Go ahead, Brandon.
yeah, so I'll just keep it short. So for me, I think impact investing, collaboration, all this goes hand in hand. And the phrase that comes to my mind is do unto others what you want others to do unto you. I think many people have heard this before, but let's expand that sentence even more. If you want to do good in the society, um, do that. Do that with the mindset of creating an impact, and good will always find the way back to you. So whether from an individual, from a family business, or whether you're a corporation, SMEs, if you have that mindset of wanting to do good, that means sometimes even working with your competitors to collaborate to expand that goodness in society. Good will always find you back. So I think that is ultimately the nutshell of collaboration, and how that also weaves into the whole impact investing mentality when it comes to businesses and how they conduct their affairs in the marketplace. Yep, that's all.
Wonderfully said, Brandon. Thank you so much. And wow. And Anna, your final thoughts before Jackie and I wrap it up.
Okay, thank you so much. So, related to the collaboration, and just now Brandon just mentioned the word the competitor. So I believe that, right? If you see them as a competitor, they definitely will be the competitor. But if you see them is someone that you can collaborate and support each other, even though you do the same, exactly same thing, you also can find a way to become uh, the partner
Mm.
to have something to work on to with that person. I'm not sure if any one of you know about the word BNI, and I am the member of the BNI Vietnam. So okay, so my chapter is online. So when we have already one member in this province do exactly the same thing with the other at the other province. At first, two of them will see each other as the competitor, but actually I already had a thought to them, I shared a thought to them that um, the abundance is overflow. So don't restrict own self with this that tiny profit that they see, and then will see each other eye to eye as a competitor. So instead of that, they collaborate. For example, each if they have the client at different location that is for them more difficult to do, they can refer to the other partner, and
Mm.
then by that they exchange the project together, but yet still keep the quality and still keep the profit of the company. So that is just a very small example of instead of being competitor, people can collaborate and work hand in hand together to create the greater benefit to the company and also to the segment that they are doing. So that is what I want to share. If you want to see they are the competitor, definitely they are your competitor. But if you want to work with them, there's only a way for you to work with that person. Yeah. Thank you.
And that's called innovation, business model innovation that can really create new synergies for you. And yeah, that's right. Thank you so much for that. And yes, Jackie, your final thoughts.
Okay. My final thoughts on this is
Razanavi.
um sorry, yeah, there's another conversation on the record. Okay. So I think at the end of the day, let's be very conscious that we only have 24 hours a day and we have limited resources sometimes because of our energy. So in all perspective in whatever we do, let's be very, very focused in creating the maximum impact and the maximum productivity in all that we do. Whatever we are doing, always ask ourselves, what is my ROI in short term, mid term to long term? Is it worth it? Life is too short for us to just waste our time and resources, right? And being a Singaporean, we are always very conscious and logical in the way we approach things, very engineering. So while there may be some people who are more artistic, but I think we also need to measure our limited resources, time, and finances to produce unlimited returns. So Shine is a space where we give you all the tools, the network, the skills, the training, and the resources to develop all this impactful investment. So do reach out to us, reach out to any of my team members, and we will see how we can actually give you support in all the different spectrums that you need. Right? And none of us are perfect. We always need to keep on learning, need to keep on networking, always need to keep on growing. And this Shine is an environment where we really give you that space to do all that in a very safe, protected, and resourceful manner. Right? So back to you, Dr. Aziza.
Thank you so much. And that is kind of wrapping up the whole conversation today. And as you all have seen, impact investing is not possible without collaboration. And all of this is a very fundamental word called consciousness. Raising your consciousness will get you clarity in the way that you do your impact, full work in the world, create a powerful investment model for your business and to contribute. And most importantly, come together in collaboration so that you can do more for your business and for the world. So, with that, we love to say thank you for joining us, and thanks to our panel of Shango Global partners and clients, and not clients, partners and shareholders who have joined hands with us, and also our clients watching the video recording, and our potential partners that we can work together. Thanks, Queenie. Shout out to you for putting in the word collaboration is the new currency, absolutely. And this in Shine Go Global, we define it very, very um, uh, uh, deeply in terms of getting people to come together and really mean it when it comes to relationship building. And you will see us, talk about relationships of 10 years, 15 years, 30 years. We're still hanging out together because we see value, and we go beyond judgments to ensure that we focus on what good need to be done for the world. So there's a lot of elements to that. So thank you once again for everybody tuning in. Let's catch up soon, and our next segment on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can look out for us at 11:30 Singapore time. We see you soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks for your contributions.
Thank you.